Welcome back to this week's Cardinal Countdown. I'm your host, Brooke Kirchhoffer. If you weren't here over the break, well, you missed out on a lot, especially basketball. The men's basketball team is currently 11-7 overall, going into a big week against conference opponents Sam Houston State and Nicholls State. Last week, the men went 1-for-1 with a win over UIW and a loss on the road to Abilene. Big Red dominated in the paint, which led to a win over the opposing Cardinals. Saturday's game was back and forth, but the Wildcats outscored the Cards in both the paint and off turnovers. The men look to turn it around as they continue on the road this week. Women's basketball has previously been on a roll until a recent loss to ACU, snapping a 10-game win streak, but they continue to remain unbeaten at home. In last week's game, the Lady Cards protected the nest, defeating UIW 83-54 at home. The hot streak came to a close on Saturday to SLC's defending season champs, Abilene Christian. I went out and talked to Coach Harmony on how her team is preparing for Sam Houston State.
Well, we're trying to fix our problems that we broke down with Abilene Christian, where it's our defense, it's getting shot faked and getting beat off the dribble. And we're just trying to really get back to being tough because we got into an adverse situation and we broke down. So we're trying to work on our mental toughness.
The women will have 2 more games on the road against Sam Houston and Nicholls State before returning home. Baseball got underway this Sunday for its first practice of the spring season, starting it off with batting practice and scrimmages. Head coach Will Davis will get his first season at this position after shadowing former head coach Jim Gilligan last season as the assistant head coach. The men have a 56-game schedule starting February 17th in the Cardinal Classic. Softball is also back, kicking off the spring season in a familiar fashion with a sprint test. According to the coaches, they were pleased with the strong effort and are looking forward to this season with Team 5.
Team 5 has big expectations and huge shoes to fill. Teams 1 through 4 have done very well. I want Team 5 to do. We're still in the midst of breaking records, and that's what I don't want Team 5 to forget. Yes, we've had our newcomer of the year. Yes, we've had an all-conference player. Yes, we've beat a nationally ranked team. There are still many records to get, and I think Team 5 is thirsty to do that.
The Lady Cards will have another month before their first game February 10th in the Aggie Classic, where they will face tough competition including Ohio State, Central Michigan, and Texas A&M. The track and field team got out to a good start in the Aggie Invitational this weekend, with the women finishing 3rd and the men in 5th. The Cardinals will get a 2-week break before heading west down I-10 for the Houston Invitational. That's it for this week's Cardinal Countdown. Be sure to keep up with your Cards by attending the games and by following the Big Red Sports Network on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. I'm Brooke Kirchhoffer. We'll see you next time.